Alright, so here we go. We're going to start our adventure today. A little hike down to the creek. See if the creek's flowing right outside the Shandong National Park. So I'll turn the camera around and let you see what I'm seeing. Alright. You got these logs down here with the moss that just grows on them. They're all along the trail. It makes it look pretty cool. I got some people up here. People like to bring their dogs on this trail. Yeah. As long as I've been coming up here, had a lot of logs on the edge of the trail. Always makes for interesting pictures. It's a nice trail through here, well maintained. Whew. It's a little bit uphill. I'll tell you what the elevation gain is after the hike. A lot of tree roots in the trail. Now you see that creek down there? When we get a lot of rain, a lot of water flows down through there. But if you don't have rain, you won't get the water flow. I mean, look at this tree, how it fell. It fell right there. The roots and everything. And then moss grows on it. Supports a lot of organisms in that moss. So yeah. But right there, the tree once stood right there. Just like right here. This tree once stood right here too. This one's fairly recent, probably within the last couple years of falling, because I kind of remember it. But you can see the leaves aren't really changing in here much. You get that yellowish tinge on them, but the highlight has to be just that the moss on the log stands out. Alright, let's go off trail just here a little bit, because I know the creek's over here. That's where I'm watching my steps more than I'm watching the camera. And my juice. Maybe this ain't the right spot. Can't tell. Nope, this ain't the right spot. It's too far. Let's go back this way. Get back on trail. Should always stay on the trail. I'll let you know the area like I do. But I knew that was too far off for that creek. It runs right over there. Here's some, look at this moss, fungi growing on this tree, that branch that fell. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can just see how the forest just a lot of trees down, and they survive. Things survive. Like, look at this. Look at that moss. A little bit of fungi. All right. So here we are back on the trail. You see this tree right here. It fell right there. That's where it lays. Look at that. That would match right up to it. Yep. But, and to know you're on the trail, here's a blue marker on the tree. That lets you know you're on the trail. I can hear the stream right next to us. You can hear the road in the background, so you know we're not too far off the road. But I just love how this moss grows on the bottom of the trees. And this is a big tree. Look at that tree canopy. But the moss just grows right down the bottom in the shade. And I hear the stream over there, and we're going to take a walk over there as soon as I find the access point. It's been a couple years since I've been down here, so I'm not climbing over that rock wall because we do have copperheads here in Virginia. This is in Front Royal, Virginia, so there are copperheads. And today, like today, they like to be out. Let's walk on down here a little bit more. Now, I can tell you this tree has been here. You can see the creek now, I think. About the closest I'm getting because of rocks, like I said, copperheads, rocks. But you can see that tree right there fell a couple years ago, right in the creek. Here we go. We don't have to go through the rocks. But the problem is, I think that tree is blocking us. Where I used to take my pictures at. And it just fell right there. And that's where it stays. You can see the fungus growing up on it. Look at that. I'm just going to let you listen to the creek for a second here. All right, you see that debris over there, and that's how high the water gets going down through here. I mean, when we get some rain, it just rages down through here. But that's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it, that root on this tree that fell. Yep. But you can see how the water just comes down here, and I think it actually pulls up right here before this choking point and then comes down. So, but last week this would have probably been a little raging river, not safe to come down to. All right, back up on the trail. So here's those rocks I was talking about. Copperheads. I don't know if rattlesnakes are down this far. I've seen rattlesnakes up into the park. We're not quite into the park, but copperheads would love. I'm getting mauled by a sticker bush. Okay, there we go. There's these little sticker bushes. I think they're blackberry bushes. They will maul you. Alright, let's continue on just a little bit further up here and we'll turn around. Here's another one of those logs. Look at that. Look at that moss just grows on it. See anything inside there? Nope. It's not quite hollowed out. Alright. Continuing on our walk. Look at how these trees just go across here. The tree is actually fallen back there. It just goes across. Now we're right up against the stream, creek, stream, whatever you want to call it. It's probably a definition for it. Stream and creek, probably not the same. You can see these rocks here. Look at the moss on them. So, this is like, it's like something you see in the movies right here. The wood going across. There, I got my foot too close to that log. You don't know what's in it. Had my foot too close to it. You don't know what's in there. You don't want to do that. Let's continue up. You can really hear that stream now. We're kind of further away from the road, so you don't pick up as much road noise. You still pick up some. I can hear squirrels going through the trees. I'm just stopping to make sure that they are squirrels because the forest is so dense through here. And you see the leaves falling a little bit. You get a breeze there. The leaves are falling. Look at that. Just a little bit. Alright. Let's go down right here. Oh, look at this. Wish this thing had zoom on it. I'm using a GoPro 3 to record this. Wish they made them with zoom, I guess, because that's just a little water feature over there. You can probably see it. I'll do some recording on my phone camera and insert it into the video. And there's one of those lanternfly bugs right there. It's a spotted lanternfly. Come from Asia. They're invasive. You're supposed to squash them. So, yeah, that's what they say you're supposed to do to them. So we just did that. But I won't go down any further because you see the crevices in those rocks. I mean, look at that. You don't know what's in there. What you can't see and what you can see are two different things. Back out on the trail again. And here's one of these trees that was probably maybe a branch. I don't know, maybe it was a tree. It might have been a tree, but it's fallen a long time ago. And you just see the moss just grows on it. Makes it look kind of neat. So let's go back down to the creek again. This is like the best part of this hike. If you haven't realized that yet. look at that. Just look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at that. Got a nice rock bed there. Leaves. A lot of microorganisms down here in the creek. I don't see no snakes sunning on the rocks, but the sun's kind of distorting that out a little bit. There we go. You just bring a lawn chair and you sit here all day, listen to this creek, stream, creek, whichever one it is. All right, back up on the trail again. I'm not going to go too much further. There's a bridge up here that crosses over the creek, and that's usually where I stop at and turn around. Because once you get past that, you're like 50 feet down a ravine. I may not even go up to the bridge. I might just turn around here. I don't know. Let's see, I think it's right around the corner up here. And this trail goes right into the Shandong National Park. Right into it. Takes you all the way to Dickey Ridge, actually. You can look that up. Dickey Ridge up on Skyline Drive. Here's another tree that has fallen over the years, and you can see the mushrooms on it. Organisms growing on it there. And you say, well, that looks like it's been cut. Yeah, they had to cut some of this stuff that fell across the trails over the year, but they just leave it there and let it rot. And that's where we're at. Here's another nice piece. You see, like, a squirrel had its lunch right there. It looks like he thought it was nice. But you can see how the moss just grows on it. And yeah, we're just gonna turn around. We're about a half mile into it, and I think the bridge is right around the corner, but there's nothing spectacular or anything. And there's that blue mark I was telling you about, so you know you're on trail. Shouldn't be breathing so heavy when I'm going downhill, but I'll probably just get moving fast here going downhill. That'll be breathing heavy. It's just trees like this all along this trail with the moss. That's what makes this trail. Let me get my words out there. You can hear the motorcycles in the background. Roads over there. It always seems like it takes longer hiking back on the trail backwards than when you initially hike in. We're about out back to the road, and like I said, we're going to head over to the river, give you an update on that. Maybe the Shandong River, South Fork. I can see the road up there in the distance now. But the river should be back down to normal, sort of say. Somewhere's in there. And that's where all that road noise comes from. It's like a patch of woods that runs between the road and the creek, stream, creek, whatever you want to call it. We'll look that definition up and throw it in the video here. What the definition of a creek and a stream is. Give you a little bit of education here at LKT'S World. But we're back out. Great day to be up here on a motorcycle, I think. Alright, see you down the river. Alright, back in the car here. So basically that walk was basically a little bit over a mile. I think it's 1.1 miles. I just looked up on my phone. So it's a pretty decent walk. Like I said, bring a lawn chair down, put it beside that creek, stream. We're gonna figure that out. You could sit there all day. Alright, let's drive over to the river now. So down here on the South Fork of the Shenandoah River, this is going to be the last update. You can see the rivers went down a lot, because if you remember in the last video, it was up to that number 44 over there on that tree. I guess you can see that 44. Some cameras you can, some cameras you can't. But I know you can see his bench, and that was underwater. But all that area is going to be replanted, and by this time next year you won't even be able to tell it happened. They'll clean this all up, all this mud up going up the road, and you can see how high the water got last Wednesday, I think it was. But actually you can see the ripples out there. If you can see those ripples out there, that's actually where the water intake is for the town of Front Royal. So alright, so that concludes this video. Talk to you again later.